We've seen some amazing things, but that, my friends, is something we've never seen.
Brandon Cruz wants advice.
Brandon Cruz wants advice.
Brandon wants advice.
Brandon Cruz wants advice. You just locked yourself into the playoffs.
Nice.
Got it.
Talk with old Brandon Cruz wants advice.
Completely speechless, to say the least.
Man, I am honestly so baffled by that decision. Brandon Cruz wants advice. It's Brandon wants advice.
Green flag in the air. Brandon Cruz wants advice to the front.
How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Brandon Cruz Daily Fantasy Podcast. This is for the Dover Cup race tomorrow. Sorry that I was not able to get an Xfinity or a truck video or article out. I've had some personal things come up, and this is actually the second time I'm recording this video because I already made it, and then when I was uploading it to YouTube, for some reason the audio track was deleted, and then I went into my computer and it was just silent the whole time. So I have no idea what happened. So I'm recording this at 10 p.m. Saturday night, so hopefully you guys can see this before the race comes around tomorrow morning. But guys, I'm just going to hop right into it. Also, check out my article on Burnout Avenue tomorrow. I'm going to send it over to Josh tonight. It should be up tomorrow. Just go out to Burnout Avenue's Twitter, check that out. Check out what I have to write about there. But guys, tomorrow's Dover race, one, I'm just going to get through this really fast for you guys. One, it's going to be a green race. It's going to be green. I don't expect a whole lot of passing. I don't expect a whole lot of crashes. The last race we had there, Harvick dominated. It was green pretty much the entire race, and I expect the same thing here because these cars are suctioned to the ground. They're glued to the ground. Not a lot of guys are getting sideways or anything like that, so we don't have to really worry about crashing or crashes and things of that nature. We just have to worry about people messing up on pit road because we're going to have a lot of green flag pit stops and just the long green flag runs. And so because of that, I'm not going to really worry about getting punts or people starting in the rear of the field. I'm not going to really even think about that. I'm not going to chase people in the back. I just don't see that as a valid lineup construction method. And the reason I say that is because, one, we have the aero push going on right now. We can't pass these cars to begin with on good tracks, much less Dover. We're going way faster in the corners than we ever have in Dover, and typically whenever we're going fast in the corners, that means that we are going to have a single file race or just a pure lap turner, and that's, like I said, that's what I expect. So track position is going to be stupid important. I think that's where it's going to be, and because of that, I'm not going to be rostering anybody from 23rd back in the field. I am just going to worry about anyone starting 23rd and higher. I might go down to Ty Dillon because he's starting 25th, but that might be the only thing. The guys that I really like in this situation, and the reason I'm picking guys at 23rd and higher is because I don't expect a lot of people to really lose positions. Obviously, if they crash or something happens, I can't predict that. Or like if they speed on pit road, that messes everything up. But this is going to be such a lap turner. I believe that most people are going to finish where they start. So like Bubba Wallace, I've been using Bubba every week. I don't think he's a good play this weekend because he starts 27th. I think he'll probably finish 27th, 26th, 25th. I just don't see it picking people like that. And then you got like Ryan Preece and Chris Buescher is a bit interesting. He might be like one punt I would do, maybe Ryan Preece, but Ryan has had such a rough year so far. Other than the super speedways, he has not been very good. And then everyone else, I don't even see a reason to use. Castle, Tiff, Ware, McLeod, Hoff, Chastain, and Sorensen. Those guys are freaking useless to me. The people that I really like, I like Hemrick as a really low-owned guy. I don't think a lot of people are going to use him. I think the chalk's going to be Kyle Busch and probably Buescher in the back. I also really like Suarez. He's 7,700 on DraftKings this weekend. I don't think a lot of people are going to use him, and I think Suarez is actually going to be pretty damn good. I think he'll probably finish 11th, 10th, and that's all I'm looking for. I just don't want guys that are going to go a lap down. I expect 70% of this field to be lapped by the end of this race. And if we have a caution with like 30 or 40 laps to go, I want those guys that are on the lead lap that can actually make up positions. And you have a buffer that they can't lose any positions. Like, say if it's like 13 guys on the lead lap with 40 to go, there's a caution. So, and then it would be like 14th through like 18th is one lap down. So they can only fight for about 5 positions. And then 18th on back is like 2, 3, 4 laps down, so on and so forth there. So I just want to pass that buffer of the cars that are a lap down that are potentially like stuck where they are. So I really like Suarez. I like Austin Dillon. I don't think a lot of people are going to go to Austin Dillon. I think a lot of people are going to go off of history, which is valid here. But so like Johnson did dominate here. He has a crap load of wins. But if you look at the recent Dover races since February 2017, this is provided by Burnout Avenue on their Twitter earlier, and I like helping them out. You get Kevin Harvick. 4 races, 1 win, 1 top 5, 3 top 10s, 4 top 20s. His average finish is 8.25. Then you got Truex, 4 starts, 0 wins, 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and 4 top 20s. His average finish is 6.5. Kyle Larson, a guy that I'm really interested in tomorrow. His average finish is 7.25. 4 races, 0 wins, but 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and 4 top 20s. Chase Elliott has the best average finish since February 2017, averaging 5. Just a straight 5 finish, 4 races, 1 win, 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s, 4 top 20s. Then you got Kyle Busch at 15th, or at 15 average. But man, Kyle Busch is really volatile because he has 1 win, 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and 3 top 20s. So obviously, he can go up and down. Anyway, those are just some of the guys that Burnout Avenue provided. But like looking at Larson and Elliott. Or let me go back to the cheap guys that I like. So I like Suarez, I like Austin Dillon. I also like Stenhouse, Benedetto, and Menard. None of those guys are higher than $7,700. Suarez being the most expensive, Menard being $6,900. I think you can easily fit those guys in your lineup. You're not using bottom of the barrel scrubs, and it allows you to really get creative with your money. Like for example, Truex. I like so the 3 guys that I really like so far from the practice sessions and how I think this race is going to go. I like Chase Elliott to lead a good majority of the laps. On top of Elliott, either Elliott's going to dominate or it'll be between 2 drivers, and that'll either be between Elliott and Larson leading the most amount of laps because Larson is showing stupid fast speed. Larson was 2nd fastest in the first practice in overall speeds. Then he was 4th fastest in overall speeds in the 2nd practice. And then at the end of the 10-lap averages in the final practice, Kyle Larson was 1st. And then best 20, Larson. And then, he's killing it. The only guys who did 30 or more is Logano, Harvick, Suarez, Boyer, and Reagan. That's another reason why I like Suarez, because he at least knows what his car is going to do on a longer run here. I also... the other guy that I really like right now is Martin Truex Jr. I'm really interested in Martin Truex Jr. MTJ because he was 3rd fastest, 10-lap averages. Going on to 20-lap averages, Truex was 8th fastest. Yet again, he did not run 20. Jones is also interesting. I'm not sure how people... I got to see what people are going to be saying about Jones tomorrow. I haven't seen a whole lot of news or anything about Jones. He's $8,700, a bit more expensive than the other guys, but that might actually drive his ownership down. We will just have to see. But as I said, I'm not looking at anybody starting 23rd or farther back. That's pretty much it for tomorrow's race. William Byron, obviously he's starting 2nd. Not a lot of people are going to be picking him, but his ownership is going to be below 10%. There's no way he's below 10% or anything like that. Harvick, let's see. I had it together earlier. Let's say if you put Elliott and Larson, where's Larson at? And Larson together in a lineup, that still leaves you an average of $8,000. Then you could actually throw in a big stud like Kyle Busch. You still have 66 left. You also have Harvick, who's on a bit of a discount, $11,300. You could throw Harvick in there, so you have Elliott, Larson, and Harvick, and you still have pretty much $7,000 to work with. Get Daniel Hemrick or somewhere in around there and build a lineup from there. A lot of potential this week, and I think a lot of guys are going to be picking guys on the back, and I think that is a recipe for disaster. It's going to be an arrow push type track, not a whole lot of passing other than on the restarts. It's going to be single file, and it's going to just be a lap turner. That is what I'm expecting. Long green flag runs, nothing major. No, I think it's going to be a pretty boring race, and I hate to say that because I really like Dover, but that's what I'm thinking. And oh my gosh, we actually stayed under 10 minutes. If you guys like this shorter format, let me know. Normally they aren't this short if you guys are regular listeners, but I'm only looking at the 23rd forward. I'm not looking at anyone back, so that takes out half the field from my player pool right there. You guys have a fantastic day. Follow me on Twitter for some updates throughout the week and all that type of stuff. I also have a Patreon, so feel free to donate to that if you would like to, so I can actually provide graphs and everything, so it's not just an audio-only video. But you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you guys very much for listening, and you guys have a fantastic day.